Swashbuckler Rampage. Let's see if we can get that roll.
I don't think you can, because I think they're in the same column.
Yeah.
The Swashbuckler for sure is in the last column of perks. Yeah, it is. It's slightly. It's like more than by like 1 or 2%. But yeah, Swashbuckler, Rampage, and Kill Clip are all basically the same thing. Aww, I was trying to get a great skill check. A nurse? What?
That's uncommon.
Yeah, tell me about it. I was like, why the frick is this chase going on for so long without somebody getting hit? And then suddenly I hear a screech from the other side of the map.
Since I'm almost done, I am straight up power leveling just from this fucking piece quest from the tower.
Oh, yeah.
I'm 78. Granted, it takes me a week to get said quests, but you know. Oh, I didn't want to delete that. Tragic. It was Demolitionist Rampage. Yeah, Swashbuckler and Rampage are in the same slot, so
yeah,
that's not happening. Getting a bunch of no distractions. The fuck? Oh, is it really?
Yeah, they're removing Outlaw.
Huh. Okay, the last two in my Postmaster.
I think they're doing
Rampage.
that strictly because, like, probably Outlaw's messed up, and it makes it reload faster on the Hounded shot, which is what they're avoiding. I bet you we will. Because the reason why friggin' Izanagi is so great is because you can increase that speed and increase the DPS of it. Yeah, except for those won't affect the honed edge shot reload anymore. So, it's gonna be slow.
Hopefully it's not too bad though.
It's gonna easily cut the damage of Izanagi in by like a third.
I think I'll do freehand grip for the Galleon card just for.
Welcome to being killer, nurse.
I haven't had too much of this. I guess I don't really use that much. I heard that scream from here.
Go. Hook me. You just gave me 3 stacks of We're Gonna Live Forever. Actually, you gave me 4 stacks of We're Gonna Live Forever. Thank you, nurse.
That last one.
Dude, literally, in 2 unhooks, I now have max We're Gonna Live Forever. And 2 stacks of autodidact. And I only got hooked once. bullshit. Dude, she's a nurse. She has nurses, you fucking...
You know, I actually went up a few nurses in a row that didn't have nurses calling. I was questioning reality for a minute.
I missed. Rip. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Doesn't matter, though. In my eyes, this is totally worth getting too hooked.
You got fucking max stacks.
Yeah, and there's one gen left.
Yeah, I'd call that a win.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know, just being a survivor is so easy now.
Did you see the changes that they're gonna do to Trapper? He's getting a buff.
Yeah, just because he, isn't it basically he can only just reset traps without having to pick them back up?
And I think some other things, but yeah, I think that was the main takeaway.
Yeah. Like, that's nice.
That,
Don't get me wrong, but
it saves time. It saves a lot of time.
But, yeah. Still, though, it's like, I wish they would have done a bit more.
Oh, and I don't think survivors can sabotage traps
Oh, yeah,
anymore.
that's another thing. That's a huge one. So I will say that's a nice buff. But also,
Which
sabotage is going to be broken as fuck.
Yeah. He didn't explain it all too well, so...
Basically, you can sabotage something in seconds. And I'm not talking about, like, normal amount of seconds, like 8 or 10. I'm talking about straight up, like, 1 or 2. And that's without add-ons.
But they got rid of 90. What the fuck's the difference? Oh,
the fact that you can sabotage faster and easier now. Like, actually, they made the problem worse rather than better. Because to 99 hooks at least wasted time. Now it doesn't. You can just sabotage a hook before the person can even get over there. And the cool thing they did with Hangman's Trick, they're nerfing.
What'd they do to Hangman? I forgot.
Basically, they made Hangman's Trick like an inverted barbecue. So, people next to hooks had their aura shown while you're carrying a survivor. But only while you're carrying a survivor, and they have to be close to a hook. But, you know, since the whole map is covered in hooks, it's kind of like a radar system. Sure, there's still a lot of places where you are dead spots, but people don't really care or think about that, so they just keep running past hooks, and it shows their location, so you get to see them. They're removing that. So now, Hangman's Trick is as bad as it's always been.
Yeah, I mean, it's still useless and no one's gonna use it, so...
Well, I mean, with that buff, it was basically a better version of barbecue. If you get in the habit of looking while carrying somebody.
Right. I think it was one of... Yeah, I think it was Dylan. Not the Dylan we know, Max Dylan.
Yeah.
Dill Pickle. He couldn't quite remember all of it, so he tried to explain it as best as possible, and he probably missed a few details. But, yeah. Mission swashbuckler. Alright. You out of your match? I'm gonna come join you.
Yep.
So I finally got my 500 day login on Warframe.
Nice.
So I now have one of the weakest but coolest assault rifles in the game.
That's all that matters.
And I'm happy about it. It's actually really not that bad.
The thing about that game is put enough mods in something and it's usable. Or slap
Fucking
it on
God.
Mirage.
God, Mirage, bro.
Yeah,
Good move. It was
fucking...
like 12 degrees. Fuck yeah.
Oh, a gun sucks? Not if you use Mirage. Because now you have basically 3 of the guns shooting all at the same time.
Yeah, because the back two don't fire for some reason. It's kind of like they're there for...
I think they're there to absorb bullets and distract. But
I
yeah.
didn't think they
Otherwise,
counted as physical.
I don't know. Otherwise, you would freaking be shooting through yourself, and that kind of wouldn't...
True. But it's a Mirage, so... As long as they don't hit the main target. I was talking to an old coworker, and I was like, "Hey, do you still work at said place?" And he's like, "Yeah, I still work there." And then he's talking about our manager. He's like, "He's such an idiot." And he's so bad. He was bad. Kind of sad. Because he always bitched about us lacking behind of his other store, and everyone in the back was just thinking, it's just like, your other store's been open for like 5 years, motherfucker. We've been open for like 2 months. They have more employees. They have always had the same employees, so they all know each other. They work well together, and they have a system down. Doug's trying to do all of that in the span of month. Like, that's not how people work. I mean, we kind of got a system down, but it was mostly short girls, and me and said coworker were the only 2 boys, and we were both 6'3" and over. We got shoved in the truck. They got shoved on box duty, and everyone else was out front working with customers. I'm gonna ready up, but I'm gonna go find something to eat because I didn't eat dinner.
Go for it.
Since I know we have time, because this game sucks ass.
Honestly. Sounds like we're playing killer.
Dedicated. Oh my god, 2-second match times.
Yeah, honestly.
It's
But don't
nice.
worry, dude. They're fixing the servers.
Ooh.
Yeah. So they're fixing matchmaking. It'll be good.
No, the fuck they're not.
Even though matchmaking isn't the problem.
Didn't it? Well, it has some issues.
It's the community. They don't want to play the role.
Yeah. Didn't they say they were gonna make matchmaking MMR based?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking idiots.
I think them saying it's going to be MMR based and then hiding everyone's rank as just an excuse to throw people in the lobby as fast as possible. And then there's no way you can prove it wrong. You're just saying, oh, you're throwing people in a match. No, we're using MMR. You just don't know what your rank is.
And when Drew was explaining the diagram that they showed and how that they were trying to like prioritize the people you're going to be with in their ranks, but not prioritizing speed, but in every conversation they were mainly talking about the speed of the match at times. Just
Yeah,
like, are you sure?
They're tanking their game so hard.
Oh, yeah. They're doing better, though. They're trying this time.
I mean, they're nerfing killers, so...
It's a start.
They haven't bothered fixing glitches with killers that have been around since the beginning of the game. They don't care about gen speed, and are actually trying to make it faster for some stupid reason. And...
Really?
Dude, you saw what they're doing with toolboxes, right?
No, because the only thing Dylan told me was that they're changing gen speed, and that's all he could remember.
So, okay, they're not changing gen speed. They're not touching gens. They're touching toolboxes. And what they're doing with toolboxes is basically what they did with Legion. they're
You gotta
lowering
be
the
fucking
duration
kidding me.
time but increasing the speed.
Oh, and I also heard that you really don't lose your items anymore. They just
No,
kind of
you
hit
don't.
zero and
You
stay
don't lose
there.
items, period. Yeah. Like, you can use an item until it doesn't work, and then carry the broken item out of the match, and you get to keep it.
And then put new add-ons on
Yep.
because it takes the add-on.
Which is ridiculous because killers don't get to keep their add-ons.
Can every um, killer main or killer player at all just go to devs and just fucking slap them like mad?
No, they just stop playing the game, and the devs thinks it's matchmaking issues.
Oh no, we're losing our killer community. What's the issue? Matchmaking. Alright, I'm gonna go get food though.
Hey, Mac. Hey, Mac. Nothing. Kind of looking forward to them destroy their game. I'm keeping my mind open about Destiny for once, but they're gonna let me down. I guarantee it. I look forward to Apex. Apex knows how to freaking keep their game alive and balance it. In one of True's streams, one of his subscribers puts it perfectly. He's the Bubba to the Billy. He's just a slower, kind of semi-worse version of Huntress. He's creative, and they did a nice spin on it. They just have no way of making him comparable to other stuff, which, I mean, that's a completely different issue. So I'm at least glad they came up with this guy, and I look forward to using him. Well, yeah, because if it's an actual gun, then it would be imbalanced, so it's a harpoon. Yeah, I could agree. I'm the same way. I'm really excited about that. So is that gonna be next season? Or whatever they're calling this chapter? I'm kind of disappointed they're nerfing Hangman's trick, though. Yeah, they actually made it good, and then they're nerfing it. Which is, that's too bad. It's basically like a inverted version of barbecue right now, and then they're just removing it because you see people's auras who are next to hooks while you're carrying a survivor. So one, you have to be carrying somebody, and two, other people have to be near a hook. So it's easily avoidable. Just whenever you see somebody go down, make sure you're not near a hook and he can't see your aura, that kind of thing. But, right, be right back.
Leatherface.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's also fun. Is he chasing you? Oh, there he is. He's going straight for you guys. Wait 30 minutes to get into a 5-minute match. Fun. It's like freaking Destiny a couple seasons back. He's chainsaw heavy, it looks like. Oh, he put him in the basement. Oh, crap. That's crazy that Kindred works through the floor. Yeah. He's above the basement, but since he's 30 meters away, you can see his aura. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Salty, are you seeing this shit? Dude, the match just started and everybody except for me is down. And hooked in the basement. Oh my god, dude. Oh shit. I got one safe hook rescue, and that's it. Salty. Get back in this game, Salty. Oh shit. He actually got me with that. Dude, to get the good ending, you can't harvest anybody. No, I have harvested one and still got the bad ending. The first time I played that game all the way through, I only harvested one, and I still got the bad ending. Hey, Salty, maybe don't go AFK next time. That'd be great. We could have actually possibly recovered from that if the Steve didn't kill himself and Salty wasn't AFK. He's called The Shape, but he was playing Bubba.